Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flipped Out Show. It's your host with the most, King Truth, Rosenberg, Benny Bow, the one with the word, the one with the flow. And today, man, we coming at you live, a little early, but we still on time. Um, what time is it right now? Hold on, give me 1 second. I can't see the time. It's 1:16, and we're gonna get right into this video. And we got a whole bunch more, man. We got a whole bunch more. So we're gonna get right to this video, and then we're gonna go right to the other. All right, let's go. Appreciate everybody liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, hitting that notification bell so I know y'all there, so I could. Well, my bad. That's hold on. So I could throw it to you when it's in the air, man. Let's go.
What's up, man? I just called my attorney, try to get him down there so Adam don't be doing no telling, bro.
Man, they saying Adam locked up all on the blogs. What's going on?
They got him this morning, bro. They doubled back. They came by there. We try and have him out because he's supposed to go live today, right?
Yeah, he's supposed to go live at 4 p.m. And the crazy thing is, Adam texted me.
They're going to have him out by like 2:30. If we can get him out by 2:30, he can still make it to the building.
Adam texts me every day, and I ain't heard from him today.
Listen, bro. I sent Alex Kessel down there. He said he gonna have him out by 2:30, right? He ain't got no nothing. He's not, he ain't no flight risk or nothing. I didn't need to, I said, Alex, just use whatever, he said, nah, he got everything he needs for this portfolio. So he should be free by 2:30. And that means he should make it back. What time he supposed to go live today?
He's supposed to go live 4 o'clock.
Yeah, he gonna make it. He might be.
Hey, Wack,
why? Might be a little late, a little behind, but they gonna pull it. What up?
What? Why 2:30 or why not 2 o'clock?
Well, no, he just said 2:30 at the latest. So I'm telling them, shit. I'm telling them ASAP. I don't want bro sitting there a second. He don't have to, but they own him about something, bro. I don't know what they own him about. But they own him about something. And I don't know if they were trying to get something out of him, but I'm pretty sure come 4 o'clock, he gonna be here. My attorney assured me. They assured me that they're gonna definitely have him at 2:30 at the latest. So he'll be here at 4 o'clock. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a lot to say. This shit gonna whatever the comes out of Adam out today, I'm sure it's gonna shake the motherfucking internet, bro. For them to go with him, that means it's some.
Oh yeah, you know something. You must know something, Wack.
He don't do nothing, bro.
Yeah, because that's the thing a lot of people confused about. Because Adam made a post last night saying that the feds came knocking at his door. We seen him make a post and he said he's gonna be in a red Nike tech. Yeah, all right, but my thing is, what do you even think the feds could even want with Adam? Like, where does Adam even play in? But besides having people on his podcast, what would they even want from him?
Think about it. It ain't about people on the podcast because that's contractual work. A lot of times it's just on the muscle. Like we looked at Vlad, it comes down to maybe they think he has something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some footage, but with Brick Baby, a lot of his shit be live. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe it's something in the times Lou sat down with us, because remember, our shit ain't live. Right? And, I got this no edit thing unless it's like some smoking or some dumb shit in there they got to do for you guys to get monetized. But, I don't know. Like, Adam don't do nothing, bro. Adam don't do nothing. Adam, look, bro, Adam sit his ass in there, eat his rabbit food, and be surfing the internet, looking and bringing himself, up to speed on current events. So, that's all he do. He don't do
yeah.
Adam don't do with his dog when he's there. That's it, bro. Or interview. So, when he goes out with Brick or Brick goes out with him, rather, it's always like y'all went to Chicago was work. You know what I'm saying? Adam gonna do his shit back to his room, go eat. Half the time the people doing extracurricular activities, they finna go to the club. Adam go back to the room. You know that, right? So I don't know, bro, but whatever it is, he definitely will be sprung today. 2:30 at the latest. That give him enough time to get back. So I'm knowing Adam, he ain't gonna give a fuck about nothing. Whatever he got on, he coming in with. He don't give a fuck because he ain't finna. He gonna talk about it. We gonna see. He gonna shake the neck today. Everybody, if you listening, 4:00. My word.
No,
Adam
he's interrogation.
will be free. My legal's on it. Shout out Alex Kessel. My legal's on it. He will be free. And 4:00, y'all need to tune in because whatever the fuck he's talking about, it's gonna be crazy.
All right, well, everybody's gonna be tuned in.
Remote.
What's the word?
I need you to set up, bro, how we can do my shit remote, bro. I need to fall back for a couple weeks, see what's going on. Me and R&B over here. You know, we over in the mountains.
Oh man, they got you even out there. Hey, all right, well we'll figure it out.
Get back with me later on.
I hit you when I get offline.
Yeah, ain't no coming in tomorrow for Wack, my nigga. That's out. But Adam gonna be there.
Ain't no more coming in for Wack tomorrow.
What's going on, right? They snatching Adam.
That's crazy, right?
Remo doing Flacco might be next.
Remo ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I don't know nothing. I ain't seen
Adam
nothing.
Don't either, Remo. You know, you are down. You're down deeper than me. You are a partnership. You know, you really part of the no jumper structure. So. You know,
he trying to put me in. He talking about this nigga still part of this shit.
You are look, Remo.
rolling.
If I get the word, I'm gonna send the team to get y'all. You got my word.
I'm gonna send the team. I bet you better come through, Wack.
Look, when your mama catch you and your cousin doing something stupid and they just catch you, he was doing it with me.
Man, that nigga Wack is crazy as well, man.
Wack is
shit. Free Adam if Adam is locked up. I ain't heard from him today, but goddamn.
Yo, I heard the feds tapped you on the shoulder, gang. Hey, yo.
we live right now, just so you know.
Ack, what up?
Oh, shit. Is that my boy Fly?
Big Ack, man. What's up, man?
Yo, all I gotta say is, listen, Adam, I know you rich as
Hold on real quick. I'm gonna show you exactly where he basically says
Do you feel like you've affected what's going on with them right now?
Not really.
You don't?
Although I can speak on some very, very privileged information right now that I think is going to set the internet on fire because all right, let me break this down for you. Let me break down the last 24 or so hours of my life. So I this morning got a colonoscopy as a result of the fact that I, for a period of time, was suffering from a condition called colitis, in which your colon becomes infected and irritated, whatever. They wanted to do a colonoscopy. The second time doing it. Basically, it involves you don't eat any food for 24 hours. You take a bunch of meds that make you shit out every last ounce of water and shit inside your body. And then you go into the doctor's office. They put you to sleep. They take a camera. They put the camera inside of your butthole, which means, yes, I was booka today.
And Brick's very jealous.
By a large Samoan man. I don't know. I was locked up. I was knocked out, so I don't remember anything from it at all. I'm sorry, Brick. I know that this kind of goes against the nature of our relationship and everything. I wasn't supposed to let another dude hold me down like that while you were locked up. I'm so sorry. I did that today. Anyway, yesterday, I'm sitting around the house, starving myself all day. I actually have a newfound appreciation for fasting because I do feel like I achieved some sort of mental clarity while I didn't eat food for a day.
Shouts to the munch.
But while I'm in my house, I'm playing poker on my computer. A guy comes to my front door, and I didn't actually even know, but my girl was communicating with him through the box in the front of our house with the camera. She texts me. She says, a dude is here from the FBI, and basically he's trying to serve you with a subpoena. So she told him, like a ride or die would, she told him, Adam's not here, and he's off at work or whatever. I forget what she told him. And so I immediately hop on the line with my lawyer. I say, what should I do? I don't want to, handle this situation wrong. Over and over and over, I've sat down with rappers or whoever who tell me about situations in which they divulge too much information to the police or whoever, and it ended up coming back to bite them. Especially, something that comes to mind is like Hurricane Chris, who caught a body that was blatantly self-defense. Soon as the cops come, he airs out his whole situation and ends up coming back to haunt him because the state ends up trying him. So if he had not made all those statements to the cops right after he had killed this dude, then it for sure would have been a way easier case for him to beat. Now, that being said, I'm not really that worried because I know that I myself haven't been involved in any criminality, but I figured I would have my lawyer take care of it. So my lawyer reaches out to the guy who came to my door. She assures me that she's going to be able to ask the FBI agent a handful of questions, and from that information be able to ascertain, is Adam in trouble? Is Adam going to be, forced to hand over a crazy amount of information? Because that was kind of lingering out in my head, is like, God, this is going to be a huge pain in the ass if they want to confiscate all the computers and everything in here. We're going to have to buy a bunch of computers to use.
Where's the furnace set to start the furnace up, guys?
I don't know. I was considering that. I'm not disputing the information for the record. But this is the thing that my lawyer comes back to me with. She said the feds were interested in one thing and one thing only. Because in my head, I'm thinking they're going to want copies of the podcasts that Brick or Luce were on. They're going to want to make sure that there wasn't anything in those podcasts that was edited out. Now, anybody who knows me and No Jumper knows that we really don't like to edit things out. So the only stuff we're editing out is like a 4-alarm fire. Like, yo, we need to take this out. So I don't think there's ever been something that Brick or Luce told us that they needed us to edit out. But the one thing
that's crazy,
the feds wanted was the cease and desist from Big U to No Jumper, asking us to take down the episode in which Luce Cannon first made the explicit statements that suggested that Big U had previous knowledge of Nipsey Hussle's death. Now, that situation is very much outside of what was mentioned in the indictment. In the indictment, there's nothing about Nipsey. There's nothing about any of that stuff. So this to me is kind of massive because it makes me feel like, oh, the FBI is interested in what Big U's involvement in Nipsey's death might be, which to me seems gigantic. I don't know why that cease and desist is not going to help them prosecute Brick Baby or Luce Cannon or anybody else. But the fact that they're interested in that, to me, adds quite a bit of credibility to the argument that perhaps Nipsey Hussle's death was a more complicated situation than it appears to be.
Well, isn't that when this
gave it to him though?
Isn't
we did hand it over? Yep.
Isn't this when that that
wasn't?
I mean, really, like.
So it's safe to say you the feds.
So
I'm happy to help the feds. We're talking about a document that we have previously discussed on here over and over, and which doesn't implicate anybody that I know or whatever. It's not like I know about Big U doing something illegal. Big U did something perfectly legal by sending over a document to us asking us to remove a piece of content. Now, for the record, it doesn't mean that this means that there's a full scale investigation into Big U's involvement in this situation.
You don't feel like you played no part in them getting booked at all?
No,
like with the shit they set up here.
Of course,
you clipping it up. I mean, I get you live, and people might be able to screen record, but some of the shit these niggas is saying, you sitting back, like even the feds probably like, I can't believe like these niggas is this dumb. Well, then you clip it up to reiterate what they said.
My attitude is basically, if somebody comes on the podcast and they want to live their truth, they want to talk about the things that they've been through, then it's none of my business to dig through each podcast and figure out what's criminal, what might come back to get them. Because let's be real, this is hip hop where a huge percentage of people's lyrics, songs, etc., are basically putting them in the mix and acknowledging that they've been involved with crimes. And, when I'm sitting there and Luce Cannon's saying, because keep in mind, this is my first time even understanding that Big U might have had any involvement in any street stuff still, when Luce Cannon's sitting there and saying, yeah, me and Big U went to this weed spot and we got all this money out of them, and then Big U didn't split the money up fairly and yada, yada. I'm sitting there thinking, Big U's on that? Like, I had no idea that Big U would have been doing anything that could be considered extortion or, payments for checking in, whatever.
Not a guess.
In retrospect, I feel a little naive since he did call his podcast that, and he was talking about the checking in process pretty pretty openly.
You talked
I
about
mean,
it
like Brick.
because
on the
at the end of
Breakfast
the day,
Club.
we see we understand the bottom line is the money. So at the end of the day, like you just said, if they come on here and you ask them certain questions and they're dumb enough to speak on that, yeah, it's partly their fault. But you don't think the questions you ask are strategically bringing certain things about them?
Well, it's not like I could have even asked about that since I didn't know anything about that. They just started
Oh,
talking.
you
about
really
it.
didn't know anything about it,
talking
man.
about?
No, look. See, me, I'm talking about Brick. Now, as far as guests that come on and willingly tell on themselves, that's 100% on them.
Okay,
I don't blame.
So
I don't blame platforms for dumbasses coming on the internet where you know the police are watching every platform everywhere and telling on crimes they committed. They're idiots.
understandable, but did you read Brick's indictment?
I'm not reading through none of that shit. But basically what I'm saying is, regardless of if anything he said on this show was in the indictment or not, some of the shit he said, if that's my boy, like if my brother was to say some shit like that, hey bro, you gotta stop talking about shit like that. Or I'm not even putting it up. Like, nigga, you just said some federal shit. I'm gonna edit that shit out before we put the clip out. I'm not just gonna be like, oh fuck it, it is what it is. He dumb enough to do it. If this is my boy.
Yeah,
There's a difference between I'm calling this my homie, my friend, like Adam calls Brick, or some idiot that just comes up here and wants to go viral. Yeah, I caught 11 hats. Okay, you stupid as fuck.
But I think part of it is the fact that, you know, when Brick comes on here and says, I'm putting kill squads in the street, or I got more bodies than you got squabbles.
That's what I was getting. That was crazy.
But bro, he don't mean that shit.
It doesn't matter.
That's for entertainment purposes.
When he goes to court, they can still
they
bring
can
that
still
type
use
of shit
that.
up.
But my thing is that when I hear Brick say something like that, and of course I assume that Brick has never killed anybody, but when he says that kind of thing, I assume he's doing marketing because he knows that the aura of danger around him is such that that's really going to hook people and get them interested. And we're seeing that right now. Really, if I had a suggestion for Brick, if he gets out tomorrow, I'm going to say, let's get a video guy. Let's get in the studio. Let's drop music right now.
1000%.
Because realistically, having this aura of danger and criminality around you is going to be massively beneficial to people paying attention to your music or whatever you're trying to monetize. So, I mean, number one, all those statements were said on live. So yeah, we could have cut it out, which would have basically meant that everybody besides us was able to monetize it. Or we could have, you know.
Is that more important?
So it's content over everything.
I mean, it's going to happen either way. So.
But the thing is, if you read Brick's indictment, you'll see, and I'm not telling you to because I know you don't want.
He's not being accused of anything like that.
That's what I was trying to get to. So literally, like, he had an AK case from 2023. It's got nothing to do with anything he said on a podcast. He's not a part of that RICO with Big U and them. He's not listed as a defendant.
Yeah, I saw that.
On that RICO.
I seen all that.
So there's nothing that he said. Now, what you saying, what Messiah said, like, oh, it could be used against you in court, potentially as a character witness, but I think that could easily be dismissed considering you're an entertainer for a living and your persona is based on having this, street image, which these statements do nothing but substantiate. It's got nothing.
At the end of the day, if somebody come on here and they say what they say, that's coming out that person's mouth.
And even if Rick had never been on a podcast, you could just listen to his music and say, look at all this shit that he said. That's basically him declaring himself a killer.
His music's way gnarlier than anything.
That's what I'm saying is that, like, let's say tomorrow Brick gets hit with another indictment and it's like, oh, we think Brick Baby killed these 4 people. I mean, the music is then going to be, the Traplo Ross documentary is going to be crazy because Brick talks like he's the best man who's ever walked the West Coast in his music. And that's what you're supposed to say.
Swap Stories has a whole You feel me? The Crip serial killer, whatever they call it.
And people want to blame you, which I think, again, you asking certain questions could be looked at as, fetish. But at the end of the day, these people are coming up here to give these stories, to give this behind the scenes information because they want to go viral. They want the clout. So at the end of the day, if you're willing to take the risk of sitting behind bars or being unalived or whatever the case is for clout, then that's on you, right? Like at the end of the day, I could pass out the poison all day. It's up to the people on the other side to take it. So if they're going to come on here and they're going to do that, that's on them.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. Even though I feel like you do put people in positions where they could say things that might be incriminating, or you make them feel comfortable enough where you guys start talking about certain things that they shouldn't be talking on camera. But at the end of the day, they gotta know that for themselves.
All right, so boom.
Loose, what's cracking, bro?
Loose cannon.
What's up with it, King? How you doing?
Not much, man. We tapped in right now. We got.
All right, boom. So we just gonna go to the next little clip. That basically, this is what Adam says. Where is it at? Let's go back to no jumper clips real quick.
You rich as fuck, but yo, if the I heard the feds tapped you on the shoulder, gang. Hey, yo.
we live right now, just so you know.
Ack, what up?
Oh, shit. Is that my boy Flock?
Big Ack, man. What's up, man?
Jala.
Yo, all I gotta say is, yo, listen, Adam, I know you rich as fuck, but yo, if the feds tap Flock on the shoulder, I got his legal fees. They ain't touching my boy. Stop.
Hey, man. Yeah, facts, man. Come on, man. Facts, man.
Y'all gotta stick together.
Yes, sir, man. Come on.
So yeah, I got Flocko. Fuck everybody else though.
But tell Brick, I got a nice, you know what I mean? I got a nice little 10K on the bond. You know what I mean? Come on, I got him.
I had a few people tapping in saying that they want to give Brick money for a lawyer or whatever, but they also really want to wait to make sure that he maybe hasn't been having certain kind of like they're basically paranoid that they're going to put money on his books or pay for the lawyer, and then they're going to find out that he's snitching, which is crazy.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I put money on your books, I hope you snitching. Hey, listen,
Oh my God.
snitching or not, here's the reality though. It got to come through you because they can't.
Yeah,
I can't. You
that's
know, it got to be like the Wack100 TPD shit. It can't come directly from me. You feel me?
That's a good point.
You don't want to get involved in none of that fair shit.
Hey, we got the big dog,
Yeah,
man, who took down the
shit.
rolling 60s right here. You ain't a 6-0 until you take down the 6-0s.
Hey, let me say this. Oh, we got 600 in the building. I got a shout to him and Wack. They gave us more police details than first 48, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Right. You know what I mean? Now here's the thing. They're not. It's not even like they got the info by anything that's not public knowledge. They just use their brain.
Mm-hmm.
You never want to beef with an educated, smart street nigga. Street niggas supposed to be dumb. If I was
They'll
anybody
try
in the streets,
to
I'd stay away
ruin
from
your
those
whole
niggas.
career, bro.
They're using too much brain power.
They took everything they learned from
Yeah,
watching
maybe
Trap
get you
Lord
locked
House and
up.
1090 Jake, and they said, all right, we're going to do this in real time.
I learned from Wack.
Yo, Ack.
Wait, did y'all confirm that 600 showed up with the investigators to raid the used house?
We were just talking about that. Right?
We was talking about that right now.
Just talking about that.
I got there too late. Listen, I wanted to be there when they walked this little fat behind outside and get that content. But I got there too late, and he wasn't even home.
What did Wack press you? Yeah, ask about that.
Hey, by the way, do they feel a little bit like kind of like, remorseful because all of this, it has culminated into the indictment? But I gotta be honest, like if like I've only met Luce once, I love his content. Like I look at him as a very sympathetic, like I fuck with him, and I feel so bad he's jammed up in this. Like I wonder if like Wack feels bad that he got caught up, or Wack's like, yo, every man's for himself.
I mean, but he like intentionally fell out with Wack like a week before all this shit went down, which is kind of poetic. Kind of insane,
right?
No,
matter of days. Yeah,
I think he was just done with dealing with Wack shit.
No, he got mad because they posted the call.
Oh yeah, well,
said fuck the gang right before he got taken down.
I just feel like that was just such like a frivolous like front of a reason to be like, oh, Wack did this, when it's like that's not a good enough reason to cut off the dude who basically has been holding you down for all these years.
And you conveniently though, like got like both of the subjects.
When 6ix9ine went up to the Breakfast Club and said, I fired all these guys. I'm not with them. They're not my friends. I'm only Dolo. You know what happened before? The feds had preemptively talked to him,
that's true.
and he realized that something was coming, so he wanted to seem isolated. And when people cut off people or start separating themselves from everything or squashing beefs, the feds might have talked to Luce, and Luce might have been like, oh, hold on, let me just kind of fall back from some of this shit before they think I'm linking up with niggas.
The craziest shit is that Luce was saying he was 32. It turns out he's actually 42.
With a twin.
42
They just wanted the cease and desist of Big U basically trying to get us to take down the episode in which Loose Cannon suggested that Big U had advanced knowledge that Nipsey was going to get killed.
Did you get a lawyer?
Yeah, my lawyer is the one who facilitated the conversation with the feds. I didn't talk to him directly.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I knew how that was going to go. Because, again, never said anything, and I still won't. But when the fans came for 6ix9ine, they had some interesting ass, too.
Oh, interesting. But now we all wondering if we're gonna see some kind of developments in terms of the Big U Nipsey connection. No.
Yeah, because if you read like the actual indictment, or no, sorry, like the actual complaint, the feds is like bringing up like a bunch of like Nipsey stuff, and I'm reading this wondering like why they keep like why.
We got 10 minutes left of the video. We're going to the next video.
Like this, Adam. When allegedly the feds, again, I'm only using my closeness to a situation with 6ix9ine. When they had said anything that was revolving, asking me for anything, they weren't asking me for nothing they didn't have. They just wanted exact original copies in chain of custody for court. Facts. Like,
yeah.
That's 600 looking at the camera right there, like they're like he's nervous or something.
That's dealing with Nipsey. That's an investigation that's progressed very far.
Same thing with Lush.
Oh man.
Well, that's why they started this indictment. Like that was when the investigation started, was because of the Nipsey thing.
Well, hey, what I heard was
if you listen to Wack, supposedly the mother of Rashawn Wright, I think that's his name, was saying that the police was telling them, or the investigators were saying, hey, they're gonna go tie some stuff to Nipsey, and them asking you for some Nipsey stuff is the first time, because they don't really put it in that first complaint. The indictment press release just went out, but the full thing hasn't been up on the site. This might be some more shit that comes in the future.
Exactly. They're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep getting more and more people to talk. They're going to probably uncover like every substantial thing that Big U was ever involved in. We're going to find out.
It's going to be content gold for like a year. Right?
It's going to be a couple of years before it even goes on trial. And then
we'll really find out.
For a year. I had a combo with Wack. And by the way, it was a little hostile, but it's great content. I love Wack.
Yeah,
we seen that.
The combo was just centered around, hey, if they're coming at Adam, and again, this is not accusing no one of cooperating or not accusing anyone of in any type of way, but the feds might just want to speak to people who they're naming. And Wack was like, he kind of shot it down really good.
Very aggressive, like he almost had something to hide.
Yeah, he called you a weirdo and all type of stuff.
What do you think?
I mean, I don't know, but it does seem like either he's like in just like a weird state right now where he's just being like super aggressive and pissed off about everything, or he was, I don't know, man. He just responded to you suggesting that in such a way that's just out of pocket, and it felt like it kind of showed his hand a little bit, that he was like more upset by that idea than he actually needed to be.
Well, here's the thing.
What's up, bro? Thanks for popping in, man.
Again, it's not that maybe they're investigating them. Maybe they're saying, hey, we caught a nigga who was trying to do something to you. We're just trying to corroborate some shit with you, right? Hey, did this happen? Did this? What's the version of what? Now, if Wack ever did speak to investigators, we know the Wack100 10 commandments of anti-snitching. Would that go against it? I was thinking about that because I'm like, okay, so you can't speak to the feds.
Bro, listen. I heard Wack say no. Listen, I heard Wack say
you can't
on Pyro when they come, you tell them call my lawyer.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing.
Until you get a subpoena, and then it's impeding with an investigation if you don't talk to them.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know shit.
There's nothing I'm worried about the feds asking me, because to be real, like I just don't have any knowledge of anything that isn't basically public.
Yes, you do.
Why they ain't contact me yet?
Those rules are set in place not to talk because people don't know how to talk.
Yeah.
The average game banger is not sharp.
Did they give you a subpoena?
They subpoenaed the cease and desist,
Ooh.
which they had a grand jury approve the subpoena or whatever in order to get that cease and desist, which I would have just handed over if they asked for it, but I don't know. Apparently they got
what?
Well, I'll tell you this, and since me, me and Flacco, one of the most realest YouTube gangsters in the streets.
The facts.
They was trying to holler at me, and that's why I knew what they were gonna do to you. It said, hey, listen, unless you want to be in the grand jury testifying, we can force you. Give us what we want. You got nothing to do.
Basically, tell us what we want to know, or else we're gonna make it real hard for you.
The original copy.
Yeah,
and
I got nothing against that. I could have posted it on my Instagram story.
Where with the loose cannon stuff, act or what stuff you talking about?
You know what?
You talking about the loose cannon stuff or what?
No. I'm telling Adam how they're gonna come at the media because they have came at me in similar fronts about other things just because of the close proximity. You get what I'm saying? And you know, it's an interesting time. Let me tell you this. Wait, has Flacco get pulled in?
Bro, I want to get talked to, nigga.
Why?
This Flacco's a rat. That's why.
Why?
They'll be happy as hell.
Bad. Yo, bro, I've been praying niggas come and talk to me, nigga. The content gonna go crazy, nigga.
This nigga want to talk to the feds so bad.
Oh, nah?
When the feds come try to talk to you, and I'm a civilian, we don't do nothing.
Yeah.
They start showing different hands that you get spooked. They told me how much they were watching anytime I was hanging with 6ix9ine in the middle of the trenches, even times we thought we were alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
You get spooked just off of that because they know everything. Like, they were just like, okay, of course, they know way more than you want to know, and it'll scare you how much they know.
Of course, but act, bro, act though, but bro, I'm willing.
Listen, wait though.
Hey, yo, come and take the stand and testify. Hey, bro, we know this, do this. Listen, there's not a nigga safe, bro. I'm being real again. Break my nigga, loose my nigga, bro. But hey, if I gotta choose between preserving myself and telling what I know, the honest, hey, nigga, I'm telling what I know. I'm sorry, nigga.
But Flacco, this is a swift departure from what you were saying the other day, bro.
Nigga, I am snitching if I gotta snitch, nigga. But
you said you got a lawyer, so you didn't have to talk to them.
Snitching is not for civilian. That's the gang. It's a street term.
There's such a thing called volunteer snitching. You could just
he's not street.
Me, Brick, and Loose Cannon never did any crime together or like discuss crime. So I don't know nothing. But if they telling me, hey, bro, were you there when this conversation happened and I was there and I got to confirm that this is not an edit? Damn right, it's not an edit, nigga. He said this on camera.
Flacco, listen, man, you gotta hit the
stay away from blood.
Criminality, chronic,
big fat fed.
whatever the fuck y'all be saying over there.
Yeah.
And tell him what you saying. Yo, he had a gun in his ass crack. He did this. You gotta tell him. Go ahead.
Nah, man.
He fingered Flacco.
Man.
If people snitch on the West Coast, does anything happen? Because the nigga who was a snitch in 6ix9ine's case, I remember he hit me up and he was just like, bro, I still live in the same hood. I'm like, how? You not dead? And he was like, yo, bro, what? Yo, he told me we should go out to dinner one time. I'm like, I'm not going out to dinner. I'm like, this feels like he might be
Wait, pause. You scared of rats too, though?
Whoa.
Huh?
Or you scared of rats too?
No, I thought the non-trade dudes were gonna kill him. Because 6ix9ine, at least, 6ix9ine got rich, went to jail, and moved to Florida.
Flacco is definitely a buster, bro.
Lives on the same block.
For sure, Adam was telling me they had him.
He said, bro, I still live there.
Flacco is definitely a buster, bro.
I'm like, what? They didn't kill you? I don't think rats get killed no more. I think that's over.
Yo, Act. Listen. Yo, Act. When is your birthday party again?
May 17th. Pull up, man.
Hey, listen, bro. May 17th, man. Y'all go buy y'all I guess tickets down, right? On Eventbrite.
You're going to New York.
Yes. For the birthday. Yeah, man, come on.
Oh, that's like right by 420, so maybe we'll be out there too.
Yeah,
next month.
Wait.
May 17th.
Oh, wait. Whoops.
Next month.
Nah, that's facts.
Nah, we're working on another one now. Bro, wait till the Incredible Diapers indictment drops.
Oh, nah, man.
One thing.
Yeah.
If the feds come to you and they say, for all the people that we have in custody and people we're investigating, you got to sacrifice one person and give us as much dirt as you can. And we're not going to charge you with human trafficking and sex trafficking for plug talk. Unless you keep going. But you either got to sacrifice Wack100.
Yeah, plug talk going down, buddy.
Loose Cannon or Flacco for just nothing. But you got to sacrifice one of those people. Who are you sacrifice?
Flacco and Loose Cannon might be in a dead heat. I don't know.
What I do though? what? Listen.
I mean, Loose Cannon was lying about his age by 10 years. I feel like you could actually be doing the same thing.
That was good.
No, I mean my ID right here.
Crazy, bro. That's nuts.
Huh?
All right.
Yeah, right, bro. Let's go.
All right, yo, I'll hit you up, bro. Appreciate you tapping in.
All right. Boom.
All right, so in this video, I want to talk about the 16 of Nashua getting contacted by the FBI. I think this was Tuesday morning.
Go do this last video
Hey,
and then
knocking at my door today. We'll be filling y'all in on what happened to me at 4
we're
p.m.
gonna go
on
to the
Wednesday
next
on
video.
YouTube. And then shortly after this post, he posts a video talking into the camera saying this.
When they showed up, I was wearing a red Nike Tech. Not exactly the definition of fresh. I got a crazy update. I'm going to do the Good Diligent podcaster thing, and I'm going to save it for tomorrow at 4 p.m.
So the 16's trying to create hype for his next show. He's saying that he's going to be revealing what the feds told him and everything. So he's plugging his show. He's trying to get that hype. He's desperate for that hype. And so the next morning rolls around and Three Fingers Wack posts this on his Instagram, talking about they double back on Adam. They got him this morning. Real shit. Oh, and Brick Baby.
Oh,
you think Adam is going to tell him to do the
They
this
took
is
Adam.
fucking stupid. Everyone knew that this was just
Wack100.
16 trying to go viral. So he put Three Fingers Wack up to posting this in order to get it going viral, which it didn't. Everyone looked at this and said, this is obviously a play. And so Three Fingers Wack took it a step further and tried to double down on this lie. And so later on that day on the No Jumper News, Wack Three Fingers calls in and tells this idiotic lie story to Remo about how his attorney is trying to get the 16 out of custody. This is actually incredibly stupid. Watch this.
What's up, man? I just called my attorney trying to get him down there so Adam don't be doing no telling, bro.
Man, they saying Adam locked up all on the blogs. What's going on?
They came and got him this morning, bro. They doubled back. They came by and we try and have him out.
Adam texts me every day, and I ain't heard from him today.
Listen, he should be free by 2:30.
It is really fascinating to me how Three Fingers Wack has turned himself into a source of laughter. He's a lol cow. No one respects him. And you're going to see this next clip. Almighty Dodson sort of marks him out for being a lying buffoon. Look at this.
Today, and I ain't heard from him today.
Listen, he should be free by 2:30.
Why? Why 2:30 or why not 2 o'clock?
Well, no, he just said 2:30 at the latest. So
Yeah, right.
you know,
Yeah, right.
I'm telling them ASAP. I don't want bro sitting there.
So
He's
this is a
lying.
failed attempt at getting a lie to go viral, and the 16 shamelessly admitted to this.
Second of all, I thought you were locked up, Adam. What's going on?
Nah, that was Cap. Yeah, that was Cap.
So the 16 admits that that was just a fake publicity stunt to get hype around this next podcast, which featured these guys from Long Beach who call themselves the Viral Way Podcast. Now, I want to be clear. They are far from viral.
The Viral Way podcast, who, believe it or not, we were already planning on having them
So the
on.
16 participates in a hoax to overhype this show only to feature this lame-ass podcast from Long Beach? What? These guys are boring as fuck. These guys were so fucking annoying. I turned it off. I was like, these guys fucking suck. And everyone in the Reddit hates them too and calls them hypocrites and calls them stupid goofies because they used to badmouth the 16 not that long ago.
Online with a random white BMX skateboarder, that's when I knew the culture was done.
So I'm thinking, why would the 16 be interested in these guys as on-camera talent to host the show? You know, this is Brick Baby's show. And to make matters worse, these are Brick Baby's enemies. What? They don't get along with Brick Baby. And here they are on Brick Baby's show as he sits in jail as the 16 sort of showcases them. This made me sick to my stomach. And I want to point out, these guys get no views. The Viral Way podcast gets no views. They get like 300 views. And this is something the 16 has made fun of other platforms for in the past, not getting any views.
Me be a star of any room I walk into. What are you talking about? Your podcast gets 300 views, and have people come up to me.
So I was like, why would he want the viral podcast to have anything to do with No Jumper? And then I realized, oh yeah, it's because he wants to manipulate Crips. What? He wants these Crips to come on and agree with him. So he's got to get some Crips in the fucking building, and that's what I think's going on. And the Viral Way podcast is near the bottom. I mean, these guys are going absolutely nowhere, and so they really are looking for that opportunity to be a No Jumper Crip. And so it's a glaze-a-thon. And so they're agreeing with the 16. They're agreeing with the narrative that he has no responsibility in getting people to incriminate themselves.
As far as guests that come on and willingly tell on themselves, that's 100% on them.
Okay,
I don't blame platforms for dumbasses coming on the internet where you know the police are watching.
Okay, I'm getting so sick of this narrative that people say, "Oh, it's not the platform's fault; it's the person that self snitches on the platform. It's their fault." And technically, it's true. It is ultimately the person's fault who self snitches and answers the question.
Both their
But
fault.
the interviewer also has a responsibility.
But yeah, they
to
both
ask
have
ethical
responsibility.
questions that aren't going to like deliberately incriminate someone for the sake of views. I would agree that a guest on a podcast, if they make a slip of the tongue or if they just talk too much and incriminate themselves, yeah, that's their fault. But if they're being interrogated and coerced into answering questions about specific crimes, that's where the interviewer has a responsibility not to do
I saw this video that alleged that it was you involved in this crazy ass shootout. What was that situation?
Yeah, see, shit like this. But he was smart though. Shout out to Export for being smart and stitched with it.
Maybe it might not have been you. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't think it was me.
Okay, but that wasn't related to any of the cases that you caught. Well played. Okay. So
people are using that clip as an example of what you should do if the 16 is asking you police questions. You simply just don't answer. And people say, look, problem solved, just don't answer the questions. But the problem with that is the 16 sometimes brings people on just to talk about gang politics. And so if there's nothing else for them to talk about, if they don't have anything else going on, the 16 sort of gets upset. He starts getting mad.
I love that you've got this fucking weird ass demeanor for this podcast though. This is gonna be interesting. Right before I sat down, you're like, don't ask me about any street shit. The thing that you brought up was like a past affiliate of yours sort of ran his mouth about you in a recent interview. You don't want to clap back at him?
My mama always taught me the best reaction is no reaction.
It seems like it's really been much of a thing in the drill community. A lot of reactions.
That's the drill.
So I'm not saying that it's not ultimately the fault of the person answering the questions and incriminating them. I'm not saying that it's not ultimately their fault. What I'm saying is that this cuck is predatory in his line of questioning. Sometimes he brings people in just to talk about gang shit. That's all he's interested in. And he's even said in the past that if you're not interested in talking about this gangster shit, then you can get the fuck out. Listen to this.
Right. That's
no, that is true though. Every diss sucks about Adam and go on the show. You're right.
Just said like, all right, you could just drive back to Vegas and not do this.
And I also wanted to point out that the 16 doesn't just ask a question and then if the person becomes uncomfortable,
it's the most people that hate on them that are on all the time too. Most people that hate on them most are the ones that are on.
You're going to penalize them by not fucking with them or sending them home or whatever if they don't answer your line of questioning. This is very coercive.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta hop in the Kia with mad pipes and go take care of what you're gonna take care of, and then you leave the Kia wherever.
Take care of what? We don't do none of that.
Oh, for real? You need to get the out of here.
Yeah, no.
Real ones only at this table. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
And so the top comment for this interview is, who watching this after he just got booked? What? So he got booked, and maybe he got booked for this interview. Who knows? It makes you wonder, though, because the 16 was saying some very interesting things in this interview that I want to actually show you. Watch this.
The cops ask me about y'all all the time. I don't tell them nothing.
What was this?
I had the Chicago PD on my line earlier asking me if I could get some information about you guys behind the scenes.
Yeah, okay.
They're
Start
like, hey,
the guy.
please report back to us.
Hey, give me the Glock right now.
We have a whole arrangement.
No, hell no.
I've been going back. I've been giving them all kinds of info.
No. We not doing that.
I might be trolling you.
No, why?
I got the whole building wired, you know?
Oh, shit. Hey, who did your tattoos?
All those hats we were talking about off camera? Yeah, that's all on camera.
No, he talking about all them hats. I don't have no hats.
So the 16 says that he is talking to
that guy is crazy, man.
That's pretty crazy. And he says the place is wired. What is going on? This was like 6 months
Place
ago.
is wired.
That's really crazy. No wonder everyone's been going to jail lately. I want to play you a clip from 4Extra's hood vlog that he got arrested for shortly thereafter, and listen to what the 16 says in this vlog.
If you're like me, you might be wondering, where are the cops in all this? I don't know. But we've been dominating this block for like 45 minutes right now, and I ain't seen a goddamn cop car roll by. So apparently they got a little hood permit going. Ain't nobody
So
saying
the
shit.
16 obviously has a little bit of a cop fetish going on here. What a fucking weirdo. Okay, so let's actually get down to what we came here for, which is the feds. I want to hear what the feds had to say.
While I'm in my house, I'm playing poker on my computer. A guy comes to my front door, and I didn't actually even know, but my girl was communicating with him through the box in the front of our house with the camera. She texts me. She says, a dude is here from the FBI, and basically he's trying to serve you with a subpoena. And so she told him, like a ride or die would. He told him, Adam's not here, and he's off at work or whatever. I forget what she told him. And so,
wow, so the 16 is lying again. This is insane. So he's saying that his wife committed obstruction of justice. Is that obstruction of justice? If Lena the Plug lied to the FBI while relaying messages to the person they're looking for, isn't that obstruction of justice?
Yeah, sure. It's point and shoot.
So I just want to say that that story that the 16 gave was bullshit. Now, I do believe that she may have lied to the FBI and said, oh, I think he may have gone to work. I don't think he's home. But she certainly wasn't relaying messages throughout the entire thing. That's not what happened. The FBI came to the door. She said, no, he's not home. Sorry. And then they left a message and left. And then she told the 16 what they said after the fact. And so what a cheap lie to make this story more interesting.
You know, forced to hand over a crazy amount of information, because that was kind of lingering around in my head. Is like, God, this is gonna be a huge pain in the ass if they want to confiscate all the computers and everything in here. We're gonna have to like buy a bunch of computers to use.
Where's the furnace? Start the furnace up, guys.
I don't know. I haven't heard any information for the record, but this is the thing.
The 16 hasn't destroyed any information, even though they delete the security cam footage every day, according to Three Fingers Wack.
What the feds are probably going to say to him, yo, we want to see your security. We want to see your surveillance footage.
It ain't going to matter. There ain't nothing there anyway. That shit get erased every day.
Wow, so No Jumper deletes their security footage every single fucking day. That's very telling. What could be going on that they want to hide?
Yeah, that means they hiding a lot.
Three Fingers Wack is saying
Don't
this
pick
on the
up
show.
on drugs, damn,
To this clip where the 16 explains what the feds actually wanted from him.
But the one thing that the feds wanted was the cease and desist from Big U to No Jumper, asking us to take down the episode in which Loose Cannon first made the explosive statements that suggested that Big U had previous knowledge of Nipsey Hussle's death.
What? So the 16 thought that this was going to set the internet ablaze, that the feds are interested in Nipsey Hussle's murder and Big U's possible connection?
The FBI is interested in what Big U's involvement in Nipsey's death might be.
Okay, so that was the 16's big announcement, is that the feds are interested in Big U's connection to Nipsey's murder, which we've already, I mean, everybody already knows that. He thought that this was going to go viral. This piece of information, everyone already knows about this. Big U's initial hearing is on the anniversary of Nipsey's death. They're doing this on purpose. This whole indictment is probably over Nipsey's death. And speaking of indictments, it looks like the indictment actually dropped, and Loose Cannon was named in the indictment, and he actually got his age doxed. He's 42. What? He's actually 42, so he was lying about his age.
Certificate with you. I ain't going for the 32.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. I ain't going for the 32.
You do look like a sort of weathered 32.
No, listen. I know, but you have to understand this, right? When you have money, a 2-year-old would be a big bro to a nigga that's 35.
A 2-year-old. Very funny concept.
What's up, big bro?
Hey, big bro.
No, it's true in the hood.
So that's pretty cool. And I'm going to have more Loose Cannon stuff coming to Patreon very soon. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
All right.
This is finally got.
All right, y'all. We're going to be out of here. We're going right to the next video. So please tune in to the next video, bro. And whoever else is in here. And yeah, man, we gonna end it just like that. We gonna see you right now. Peace.